guys, T.N.Frank here. Hope you like the new intro that I did. I did another new intro, but I wasn't real happy with it, so I just redid another new intro. So I hope you guys kind of like that. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is a knife pattern that I really hadn't thought too much about. I mean, generally, I was more into like the Stockmans, and then when I started getting some trapper knives, I got a bunch of those. I thought that was kind of a cool pattern. And like I said, I need to roll a video out on all my trappers. But there's a knife pattern. It's called a Congress knife. The way I understand it, Congress as in like a coming together, because these little guys have 4 blades in one knife. So you get 4 different blades. The first one I got was this little Rough Rider, and this is what they would call a slim Congress because it's so thin. So that's a slim Congress. Here's the part number on that. If you guys want to order one, go on Chicago Knife Works, or even off Amazon, they have these. It's cheaper off Chicago Knife Works though. But as you can see, you have 4 blades down in there. And what you're going to have is, you're going to have a sheep's foot blade on either end, and then you're going to have a coping blade, and you're going to have a pen blade. So you get these 4 blades, 2 sheep's foots, a pen blade, and a coping blade, and this is kind of the standard layout for a Congress knife. And this is in their amber bone. Really beautiful scales on there. That's a jigged amber bone. Got the little bow tie shield Rough Rider. But yeah, this is kind of the classic pattern that they have. See the little RR Rough Rider on there. And you know, the coping blade is good for like carving like initials into something, or if you need to like scribe a line on something. Then you got your little pen blade, which is handy for sharpening your quill pens, which they did use back in the day. And then they give you 2 of these sheep's foots, because this was like the working blade on these knives. These knives came into being around 1820s, 1830s, and they were very, very popular down south, because with those 2 sheep's foot blades, if you had a tobacco crop or a cotton crop, and you needed to like trim a little piece of the cotton off, or trim like the top of the cotton, or top the tobacco plants so they'd spread out and grow more, you could use that little sheep's foot blade. And this gave you 2, so if one got dull, you could switch over and use the other blade. Kind of the same concept as with the muskrat knife I showed you, where you got the 2 same blades. One gets dull, you switch over, use the other blade. But yeah, that was the first little one I had, and I thought it's okay. I mean, it's kind of small, but it's decent, decent enough. Maybe I'll try another one. The next one that I picked up was a Celestial. I love the handles on these knives. I have 3 different Celestials. I have the Stockman, I have the Trapper, and then of course I have the Congress. And we can see, here's the part number on it. So if you wanted to pick one of these up, and this has really beautiful handle material, and I don't know if this is going to come through on the camera or not, but it's this really beautiful blues and greens. And on this pattern, you have your sheep's foot. On the other side, they're giving you a standard like a spear point blade. And then if I can open this without cutting myself, in fact, let me go ahead, I'll close these. So you got a sheep's foot, a spear point, and then they're giving you, a pen blade. And then on the other side for your small blade, you're getting another pen blade. So you get 2 pen blades instead of 2 sheep's foots, and then a sheep's foot and a spear point. But yeah, this is another style, not so much traditional with the 2 sheep's foot, but still pretty nice. Then I just wanted to pick a third knife up just to kind of have, and I actually got 2 of these, and I was carrying one for a while. This is going to be the same layout, and this is their Easy Money series. And this has like a Lexan kind of a plastic handle, but if you see in there, that's actually ground up American currency. So they grind up a bunch of dollar bills or $5 bills or whatever, and they put the currency in there. This has the exact same layout. You got your sheep's foot, your spear point, and then you got your two pen blades. So it is the same basic concept as the other, just different scales. And I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit and expand and not just have Rough Riders. So I ordered this little guy. This is made by Frost Cutlery. And this is going to be a copy of the Miller Brothers. And it does have like they call a cracked ice handle. You can see it's kind of a white, almost like an imitation pearl. And you can see these blades stick up a lot more proud than on these others. See how low these blades are? These blades are sticking up a lot more proud than the others. And on this, you're getting your two sheep's foot blades, like traditional. And then they're giving you a somewhat of a pen blade. I'd say that was more of a Warncliffe, personally. Just the way that's shaped. That's more of a Warncliffe more than it is a pen blade. And then on the other side, you do get your coping blade. So it's closer to a traditional pattern. But yeah, this is a really classy looking knife. Price point on these isn't too bad either. The grind, I had to do a lot of work on the grind. If you see, they don't really grind their edges all that precisely. So it took a little bit of work to get this thing sharpened up. But main blade, if we see, let me see which one has the, I think it's this blade where it has the information. Well, I know one of these blades, it has information. Here we go. If we can get it to focus. But yeah, you can see right there, it says Miller Brothers. And then one of these knives actually has a date, if I remember right, if it's this knife or maybe it's a different one. But they actually put a date on the blade, which I thought was kind of cool. Like, here's a closer look at these. And we can look at the box, and you can see it says Congress, established. Looks like Meridian, Connecticut. Miller Brothers Cutlery, 1866. When you need the right tool for the job. There's their part number. 3.5 inch closed pocket knife. But yeah, I thought the box looked kind of cool too. But yeah, these are, you know, they're old patterns. Like I said, they came in 1820s, 1830s. Another one that I picked up that I really like is by Class, and that's K-L-A-S-S, Class, or actually K-L-A-A-S. And this has actual ram's horn for the scales. And this one gives you a nice spear point blade. And then on the other side, you get your sheep's foot blade. You have a coping blade. And then you have your small pen blade. So it's a little bit closer to traditional. But this is a really cool knife. Now let me see which blade had actually the information. Yeah, this one here. Get it to focus. If we can get that in there, it says Robert Class, and then it's got a date. It says since 1834. I don't know if you can really pick that up there. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. They actually put a date on the blade, 1834. And we can look at the box here. Since 1834. Here's our part number on this guy. Of course, these are all made in China. I mean, what are you going to do? Anymore, everything's Chinese. If you want an American or German, you're going to spend, 2 to 3 times as much. But I did get 2 of these. The second one's one I've been carrying, and that's got the ram's horn. Originally, this had some really deep gouges in through here to the point where the shield was actually sticking out. You could see the shield. So I popped it out, took a file, smoothed this down some, and then cleaned everything up with sandpaper and steel wool. Recut that and put the shield in. You can see the shield's in there different than the other one. If we do a side by side, I put it in crossways instead of up and down. But yeah, this knife actually took a pretty good edge, and the edges were ground a lot nicer on that. But yeah, I've been carrying this. It's kind of become one of my favorite pocket knife styles. And then one that I really like that I got is this one by Marbles. And this is supposed to be kind of a green bone. Really, it looks more black to me. I guess there is a little green in it. But this pattern, you're going to have your sheep's foot. So you get one sheep's foot blade on each side. And then for your main blade, or for your secondary blades, you have a pen blade and another pen blade. So this kind of goes away from tradition. It's giving you 2 sheep's foots and 2 pens instead of your, coping blade and what have you. But this is a large knife too. I mean, I thought these knives here by Rough Rider were big, but we can even kind of put these and compare. You can see how much more that sticks out. This is quite a large knife. I mean, it's as big as some of my Stockmans, and it'll actually fit in this pouch that I have, little belt pouch. It fits rather well. So if I was going to carry this rather than carry in my pocket, I would probably run it on this belt pouch. It'd be a little easier because this is a good sized knife to put in your pocket. But it's very well made. The edge bevels were real nice on here. Both sides were beveled real nice. I got it sharpened up pretty well, so it's got a really good edge on it. One thing Marbles does, and we can look at their box real quick. One thing they did that I thought was really cool, they actually do give you a soft lined zipper pouch with their knife, which for a knife that's under $18 on Chicago Knife Works, this is a pretty good little addition. Get that zipper pouch, and being the size it is and everything, very high quality knife. But yeah, I mean, the blades on it stick up a little bit more proud too. So they're up a little more where you can get to them, rather than like this, how flush the blades are. Same on that, how flush they are. But all these are fairly decent quality. I'm really happy with all of them. Like I said, the second one of those I am carrying. That's kind of my go-to pocket knife around the house and when I go out. And I'm kind of glad I discovered these Congress knives. I know they've been around a long time. Like I said, they were very popular down south, which really kind of endears them to my heart. Anything southern I really love. But yeah, don't neglect getting your 4-blade Congress knives. I mean, I know the Stockmans and Trappers are really cool, but these little 4-blade Congress knives are real handy. I mean, like I say, you get 4 blades in one pocket knife, so you got a lot more options. Hope you found this kind of interesting and helpful. Like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can sit by and watch them go away. Y'all have an awesome rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. Tennessee Frank out of here.